2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this particular featured group because there are rumours of quite the rivalry starting to bubble between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. That's some good golf right there. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Playing within their comfort zone there. "20 feet to the cup. Oh, get in. Well, that's a bit disappointing. This is a par putt. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
He's currently tied for third. Well, it looks like John McCarthy's stepped back ashore, kicked off his boat shoes, and is going to give us a little bit of a condition of today's course. John, what are the players facing here at Old Marina Golf Club?
Well, Luke, we're on the coast, but there's a good mix of coastal and inland holes at Old Marina Golf Club. Lots of movement in these greens. If you are an expert at reading putts, you're going to have a bit of a leg up, I think, this week. I love the fourth hole, par 5, that stretches along the ocean, has a green that's well protected by bunkers, which probably might dissuade some from going forward in 2. The 7th hole, similarly, a par 5 stretching down the ocean, but is much less protected around the green. And that green is enormous, by the way. So that'll definitely be green light city for the players this week. And one last hole. I really love the par 4 14th. The players are going to hit over the water to a fairway that juts out into the ocean on a peninsula. So that will provide some great entertainment this week as well. Looking forward to see what kind of creativity is on display by these players here this week at Old Marina Golf Club.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing.
And there it goes from the sand. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And the third hole here at Old Marina Golf Club looks very familiar, Rich. Par 4, playing 444 yards.
Luke, if you're a fan of Pebble Beach Golf Links, you're absolutely going to love this hole. Just 444 yards from the back tees. Driver really isn't necessary, as there is out of bounds over on the right-hand side that comes into play in a hurry. Just avoid the bunkers on the left-hand side. Find the fairway. Second shot plays slightly uphill. It actually looks like an infinite edge pool. It's really difficult to judge distance control with that second shot. Still a great hole, one that you dearly love to make birdie on.
That was wonderfully done. Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
He sits in first position. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 5. Looks like they put a good pass on that one. Sitting at 2 under, currently leading. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Good sounding strike, that one. That's inside the house of opportunity. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And back to the play, shall we? What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup.
Ouch, that hurts. A birdie putt awaits. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead.
Fantastic start right out of the gates.
Still in the lead now after that hole. Here we are at the 5th hole. Going with the pitching wedge here.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
Well, good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under. Well, that's a nice line. Just hammered that through the line. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This is what they have left for a par.
Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. Time to face a par 4. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. That should find the fairway. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Choosing the 9-iron here. This is looking pretty good in the air. Okay, Henny. What's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Great looking shot this. Oh, great shot. Holes out for a birdie.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Our leader is up by 4 shots now. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Well struck. Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B to point. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots and now just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
Currently at -5 now for the day. Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole-in-one. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Should find the green.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Oh, yes. What a shot.
Not a good lie. Fortunate to hit the pin and go in.
Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Beautifully judged. Great tempo on this chip.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
And down it goes. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. The 9th hole here, though, at Old Marina Golf Club is a strong one, a really tough test to finish the opening 9. A par 4 stretching 466 yards.
For those who like to work the golf ball from left to right, you're going to have to take a little bit of a chance by aiming over that hazard on the left-hand side. But if you find the fairway, boy, I tell you what, that's a fantastic feeling because this hole has got so much beauty. I love the second shot, the bunkers on the front, but I love how the green runs away on the left-hand side. The design of this hole, especially the green, is absolutely amazing.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, you like me and thought that had a chance? Let's get back to it, shall we? Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie. What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. And that will take him to 7 under. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Great shot. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Going with the 6-iron here. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them. Oh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. 9 feet to the cup. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here.
That one's right out of the top drawer.
Playing from 110 yards out.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Yeah, nice looking shot there.
Absolutely, in there close. Good look at birdie coming up.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that will take him to 8 under. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Straight out of the top drawer.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. Well, that'll be one of the shots of the day, that's for sure. Oh, that was pure. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. That was a gallant attempt. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Well played.
Oh, this one out of a smelly spot on the golf course, but no bother for this player.
Our leader is currently enjoying an 8-shot advantage. Let's head to this lengthy par 4. And he's down there.
He's about 155 from this hole location.
Opting for the 9-iron. And he's safely on the green with that shot. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
That's frustrating. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. Let's begin the 14th. From around 140 yards here. Going with the 7. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Birdied their last hole.
From the sand, looking to get up and down. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Okay, let's get back to the action. And here we are with the third shot. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Yeah, you'll take that. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here on the 15th. He's found the surface. Good chance here. This putt is about 15 feet to the hole. Was on a good line. Big putt for par coming up. And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
What a great feeling that must be. Seemingly an insurmountable lead for this player with just 4 to play.
And now that finds him in first place.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Not quite the shot he was wanting. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Steady on. 7 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
Oh, that's good grit there.
Absolutely. In the bunker off the tee. Getting that one, that is a Brucey bonus.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Oh, well, that shot took some serious skill. It's time to check on the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Well, Rich, don't know about you, but my eyes are wide open standing here on the 17th tee of Old Marina Golf Club.
Every player is going to be salivating to get here. This could be the easiest hole by a long shot on this golf course. The fairway, massive, most generous fairway out here. Second shot, a little bit uphill, but let's face it, just 506 yards, slightly uphill. I promise you, every player in this field is thinking eagle and nothing but.
Close to the surface here, the green side rough. Nice recovery there.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Currently 9 under for the event. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. Time for the second shot on the 18th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
And with this putt, he will win the event. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? All right, let's see if they can compose themselves and knock this one in. And that's going to do it. Holds the putt for victory. Well played.
Luke, the victories, winning never gets old, but this is getting out of hand, isn't it? Another victory on the season.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you. Getting ready to play their third. Seven feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par here.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
He's currently tied for fifth. The second, a short par four, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
Oh, well done. Second shot on the second. What's in front of them, Henny?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
This one's dialed in. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Here's Xander Schauffele. Oh, almost went in. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third. Oh, so close. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. They're nicely holed. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Ooh. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Ooh, right by the hole. An opportunity to make their par. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical. And that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out one early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
This putt for par here. Wow, was that a rush of blood or something? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? It's on a good line. And there may be some cracks starting to appear in this player's foundation. They've just dropped a double bogey. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 6th, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big-name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the North or the South course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses, very challenging, but they're fair. And I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Just didn't drop. And this putt to move into second spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Not bad. And they're playing from about 140 yards out. One stroke off the lead. That's not what they were looking for.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
And here we are with their fourth. Currently a shot off the lead. How close was that to going down? A 7-footer right here.
This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
How did that miss? Yeah, well hold. Let's move on. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, it's in the hole. And for birdie.
I mean, you've got to expect this kind of stuff when you start up a rivalry with a tour player. This is what they do.
We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Putting for birdie.
Looking to sink this to be even with Xander Schauffele.
That was a gallant attempt. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Yeah, good job. Nice par. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Will he be able to get out of this one?
They got to use all the bounce and strength that they can muster. This is sitting down.
Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Patrick Cantlay is at the top of the leaderboard with a 1-stroke lead. The par 5 9th is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Lucas, is just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 3 shots off the lead. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Great touch.
Oh, well played. I will take that also into the top 5 now. Patrick Cantlay currently in the lead. As we head to the back 9 here at Torrey Pines South Ridge, the 10th isn't a long hole, but the slope off the tee makes it a difficult one.
It is. It cambers pretty good from left to right, so most players are going to take something less than driver, probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you, but the difficult part about it is it's got 3 different sections, a front, a back left, and a back right. You got to get your second shot spot on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Okay, time to return to the action. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
This one looks to be heading towards the green. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Not a bad line, this. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Currently at +1 for the day.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Putting for birdie here. Oh, just missed. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Patrick Cantlay finds himself 1 shot clear at the top of the leaderboard. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, that's how it looks. All right, Rich, the par 5 13th, so much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Time for the second shot here at the 13th. It's like that ball had a magnet in it for the bunker. Even for the day. Currently tied for top spot. After a very consistent run of play over the last half a dozen starts or so, Rich, this player's coming with a whole heap of confidence, and they look to me to be one of the players to beat. Do you agree?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Time to face a par 4 now, and after that par, they're looking for something good here. Playing this shot from around 120 yards. Only 1 shot off the pace. Going with the 8-iron here.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Pretty good shot there.
And this putt to move into a tie for first.
And with only 4 holes to go in this event, Luke, this is a good opportunity, big moment for this player.
Looking really good, this one. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 1 under. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
That's frustrating. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Opting for the 5-iron.
This one is chewing fiber.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This for par.
That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Currently 1 under for the day. 16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that was a tasty little morsel, wasn't it?
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Oh, so close. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And down she goes. Patrick Cantlay's heading the field in this one. The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
And this putt to move into the top 20. This putt really needs to drop for him.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
Okay, steady now. A par putt on the table. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich.
Boy, what could have been with that putt? Luke could have taken the lead. Not to be.
All some real excitement running through the veins as this player tees off their final hole for the event, tied for the lead.
Luke, there's some anxious moments out there. It would not shock me at all to see this go to a playoff.
Second shot here on the 18th hole. That won't get a good lie, I'm sure. Oh, wouldn't this be a massive shot to make out of the bunker to win it all? And this is why they put in hours and hours of practice. A putt to win it all. Ooh. And now this to win the Farmers Insurance Open. Well, there you have it. There's your Farmers Insurance Open champion, and a great performance on a really tough track.
What a victory on this South golf course. This player winning the Farmers Insurance Open, surviving the South.
And I've got to give props to my boy in the booth, Rich Beam. I think you picked this one at the start of the week, didn't you?
Luke, it wasn't a difficult pick, let's be honest. This player has been consistent all season long. Getting the victory, no surprise whatsoever. Really good stuff.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. PGA2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke. I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry, because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
And that's an opening hole par for this player.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
With that hole complete, this player is currently tied for top spot alongside Justin Rose. And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
Well, Rich, here's one of our proven performers in the FedEx Cup points race. They've been there or thereabouts for most of the season, and they go into this tournament as one of the strong favourites. It hardly seems a surprise, doesn't it?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
This one's for birdie. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
Here's Lexi Thompson. What a... Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Let's see what happens here at the third hole. And this shot from about 150 yards out. Chosen the pitching wedge here. And tidy looking shot, that one. Oh, what a shot. You'll take that. Oh, terrific approach. And a chance for birdie here at the third. 4 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie run.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by a stroke. Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This fourth is a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. Coming up from the bunker. Getting ready to play their third. Currently in the lead by a shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? Big par saver coming up for this fella. I don't mind the look of this. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Well, it's a great view on the leaderboard. Sitting in top spot, but Justin Thomas is second. The fifth hole, Rich, the first of the par threes. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, you've made it. What a play. A couple under at this stage. Currently in the lead. Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
Chip in for birdie. That's always a nice feeling.
And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 2 strokes. The sixth hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of two halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Taking aim from about 180 yards here. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Oh my, right by the hole. Wow, what a shot. Well, it'd be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. That will drop and it will extend the lead. And that will take him to 5 under. And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second. We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
A putt for a place in the top 10. That'll be a good result. I know it didn't go down, but it's just a tap in awaits. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Ooh, right by the hole. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
Sitting at 5 under par in their round. Currently in the lead. Going with the 5-wood. This one could take a little bounce to the left. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 26 feet from the cup. Now this one, this is important. This for par.
A bit too much pace on that one. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4 starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
That's not the shot he was hoping for. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens. Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
That was a beauty.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be. Going with the 7.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. That silky touch from around the greens. A lovely shot to chip in.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. It forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
And as we continue alongside the beach, the coastline here, it is a spectacular scene, the 10th, isn't it?
It certainly is. I don't know if I love any hole more at Pebble Beach than this one right here. You want to aim down the left-hand side, but avoid those big bunkers. And from there, you want to try and land it short of the screen and bounce it on. Anything landing on the green, though, could go shooting over the green and into a nasty spot.
Playing from around 110 yards out. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. Oh, what a gorgeous-looking shot that is, Rich.
Taking things up a notch in this Lexi Thompson rivalry, that shot will add some fuel to the fire.
That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one. And that will move him to 6 under par. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, trying to work a little draw into this flag.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Well, it's a great view on the leaderboard. Sitting in top spot, but Justin Thomas is second. The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one. Not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards. But the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
Opting for the 6 iron. That might be one club too many. Lovely effort, that. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
And she's holed it. Absolutely magnificent. Well, that'll move her up the leaderboard as well. And back to the course with the live action. Lining up the birdie putt here. Like the look of this one. Just didn't drop. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Yeah, you'll take that. Leading by 5 shots after that. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 13th. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. Little birdie look in here.
And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Yeah, that one will play. Sitting at 8 under. Currently in the lead. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Oh, good look at birdie here. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Looking like they're going to play the fade here.
Yeah, this is lovely.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now. Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean, Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
That's a good-looking shot there. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That one had plenty of heat on it as it went past the hole. 8 feet to the cup. Looking good. And that putt drops. Now 9 under as we head to the stretch.
Seemingly an insurmountable lead with just 4 to play. Gotta like his position.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And Henny, what is she looking at here for this putt?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
He's currently sitting in first place.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Oh, what a shot by our leader. Time for the second shot at the 16th. Gee, I think they've got the handle of this game, Rich. Fairways and greens.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Beautiful shot. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Let's head to 7, one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf, Rich.
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of two greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your three, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? 3 feet to go here to the hole.
He's got this for his par.
Oh, nice looking putt. And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second. Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short third shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
Should find the green here. Not able to find the green in two, but a bold play. The equation's pretty simple. Chip this in and win the tournament. Ooh, that almost went down. Get this putt to drop, and he'll win the event here. Well, you can start etching that name into the wall of champions, forever etched in history here at Pebble Beach. AT&T Pro-Am champion. Well played.
And no better feeling, Luke, than to win on this classic layout. Pebble Beach Golf Links, a victory they will surely remember for the rest of their days.
And Rich, credit where credit's due. I think you picked this victory.
Well, even a blind squirrel gets an acorn every once in a while. No, listen, this player's been there all season long. They're just one of these rare players that is seemingly in contention every time they peg it up.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. PGA2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. TPC Scottsdale, known for a bunch of birdies, Rich, and you can get right after them here at the first.
A gentle opening hole, second shot, a good opportunity to get your iron play dialed in. Green is very small. Anything missing to the right and to the left will run off into a collection area. However, if your irons are dialed in early, it's a great opportunity to make an opening three.
Currently 1 under for the event. We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Absolutely flushed. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
This one looks like it'll safely make the green. And he's hit that inside the range.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
Was on a good line. An opportunity to make a par here. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And here we are with the third shot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Wonderfully played. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup. Fantastic play so far, setting this up for the eagle.
Oh, just missed. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. Currently 2 under for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. A fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again. Front, left and short right. Requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Quality shot, that one. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? A chance for a birdie if this goes down. That's frustrating. It's just about 3 feet away.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Currently 2 under for the day. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
This shot is about 140 yards out. He's currently tied for the lead. Well, that's beautifully judged.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
That was a gallant attempt. And this putt coming up for his par. Just 1 off the lead after that hole. The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here, with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. Going with the pitching wedge here. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. And this putt to move into a tie for first place. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for a par now. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in.
And that would have tied the lead for this player. Disappointing, to say the least.
Opting for the 5-wood.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Sitting at 2 under par. Currently 2nd place. How close was that to going down? Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is huge for momentum. Got to try and hold this. This for par.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 155.
Nice shot, that. That should find the surface.
And this player seems to not be too intimidated having Justin Thomas in their group today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
Top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt. Oh, that's a ripper. And that's going to hoist him into first place. Leading by a shot after that hole. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. From around 140 yards here, he leads the field by a stroke. Not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Hit a house. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
These are on rails, looking good.
And in it goes for the par. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh,
Ah, yes. And back to the play, shall we?
well. Oh, så igen.
Here we are, Rich. A wonderful opportunity on the table. The chance to go back-to-back. Just how big would that be?
Obviously massive, but I'm very impressed. They've put themselves in a position to win for the second week in a row. Impressive.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, that's well played and sets up a good birdie look here at the 10th.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
And this one is for his par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Currently in first position. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. That could play.
Oh.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Ooh. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 12 for TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
Oh, fucking absolutely fuck that.
Nicely done. This putt coming up is for birdie. Oh, so close. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left into the fairway. If you clear... Oh, well played. Sitting at -4.